think it's clear I'm just going to get more and more disheveled through these videos as the weeks go on. But anyway, I wanted to record about the 18 months that really defined why Noble Ape was picked up by Apple. And I talked historically about Noble Ape being picked up by Apple because it compiled on 3 different compilers. But the 18 months that led up to Apple picking up the Noble Ape simulation, I basically rewrote the simulation to use the Carbon framework. And I was ahead of Adobe, ahead of a variety of large companies that have been puzzling about how they were going to adopt this Carbon framework thing. And I spent 18 months converting Noble Ape over to Carbon, and it was an interesting period of time. I'd just gotten married, in fact, so my new wife at the time, she's still my wife, strangely, but my new wife at the time had to understand that I was spending 2 to 3 hours a night in the UK working on this monkey simulation. And I did that for 18 months, and then Apple found the source code, I think on SourceForge. It was on SourceForge at the time. I thought, wow, this guy's got this thing working in Carbon. It's kind of unusual. And it was interesting because I put in so much energy with the view that I just wanted to get this thing done and get it working in Carbon so I could start utilizing various things that you got through Carbon, which were really kind of OS 10 Lite features, Mac OS 10 Lite features, where it would run on OS 9, Mac OS 9. Was it called Mac OS 9? Yeah, it was. And Mac OS 10 as well. And you had this interface called Carbon, which enabled you to run between both. So I worked on that day in, day out, moving periodically bits and pieces of the software through to get it all running under Carbon. And it wasn't a reward-based thing at all. It was just the notion that I wanted to get this thing done. So I could then start developing other exciting stuff on the new Mac operating system. And through this period of time as well, I maintained a Windows version, I picked up a Linux version. The Linux version really didn't kick off until about 2005. So a few years after I'd done the Carbon port. But yeah, it was interesting times. I just remember going, and I had old computers. I found computers in dumpsters. I'd renovate them and get them working. I think I found like 2.5 computers in dumpsters and made like 1.5 functioning computers from that. It was very strange to be working on literally obsolete technology. I mean, literally computer technology that had been found in dumpsters. And yeah, working with Apple. That was pretty surreal, really. Surreal period of my life because I couldn't afford the hardware. And yeah, I was just, well, I mean, I got the hardware through work. So I had some access to the better hardware, but the stuff I had at home was all low end. And yeah, I had this huge company using my software. It's a very strange period of time. When they first demoed it at WWDC 2003, yeah. I've got that video still. Sanjay Patel and Nathan Slingerland demoing Noble Ape. It was quite surreal to see these people. You know, I'd been in the US, I'd been to the Apple campus. It wasn't at the Apple campus though. I think it was one of the centers in San Francisco that they were demoing. Anyway, it was to WWDC 2003. And then again, it was demonstrated in 2005 when they moved it to Intel. And then I started working with Intel engineers. And yeah, it was an interesting period of time, but just it's difficult to really describe the whole open source mentality when you're just working away on something to try and get something to a position where, you know, it's kind of scratching your own itches, but then obviously scratching the itches of a bunch of other people as well. An interesting period of time in the Noble Ape development.